So I know right now you're probably just a little bit confused because you're saying to yourself, well, now wait a minute, I already saw a $300 zombie gun challenge video from NeverEnuffAmmo. Why am I seeing another one? Is it just the same one? And then you look and you see the Carcano on the table and you go, yeah, we've already seen that gun. We already know what you did to it and that you only spent $284 to turn it into a zombie rifle. But that's not what this video is about. You see, I got lucky, basically, here about a week ago, and a friend of mine was looking to get rid of a gun, a very, very cheap, little, inexpensive gun, and he called me up to ask me if I knew anybody who might want it. And turns out, I wanted it. And thanks to the fact that this is a friend of mine, he's a really good friend, who years and years and years ago, this was probably 7, 8 years ago, I don't know, he had actually been looking for a little 22 for his daughter, and I happened to have had a little Phoenix Arms HP 22 that I just gave him. That I wasn't using. In fact, I've got old videos on the channel from doing a review on it, and I just didn't use the gun, didn't need the gun. He's a good friend, and you know, he was getting his daughter a little 22. She was, I want to say, probably about 10 at the time or something. And I just said, you know what, you can have this one, I don't use it. And he remembered that, and since I said I was interested in this gun that he was going to try and sell, which isn't worth a lot of money, he was going to try and get 80 to 100 bucks for it. He said, you know what, you can have it. And he just gave me the gun. And here is the gun in question. It's this little thing right here, and you may be asking yourself, what is this? What is going on in there? And that's what I'm going to show you, because this is what we have right here. So let's go ahead and crack open this homemade holster that cost me nothing, that I made myself, which we'll look at that here in just a little bit. What do we have in here? Oh my goodness. Is this a cheap little ROM RG23 little 22 revolver? Why, yes it is. And this thing is not worth much money at all. But when it's free, and it also just so happens that I have one of these that's busted up and doesn't work, but it has a brand new firing pin and firing pin spring that I was able to take out of it and put in this gun, you get a pretty great little 22 that costs me absolutely nothing. As you guys know from the last video, I had tons of paracord, so I wrapped a little paracord around the handle here. I actually had this little pistol bayonet and this little zombified red dot. I already owned these. I already owned these little, I bought a bunch of these, if you saw it on the other zombie gun. I bought a bunch of these little barrel clamp, little Picatinny rail pieces. I think it was a 5-pack that was 20 bucks, and I bought them like, I don't know, a couple years ago. So I've got extras of them laying around. I bought a 5-pack, and at the time I only needed one. So I was able to put that on here and modify it to where you've got Picatinny on the bottom, Picatinny on the top. We've got our little bayonet there. We've got our red dot. I can still easily access everything to change out ammo on it, and it works. And it's just a nice little zombie gun 22. Look at that. Look at that. That is sweet. I like this. And it cost me absolutely nothing. Nothing. I paid nothing for any of this because it was a free gun and stuff that I already all had. So it definitely qualifies for the $300 zombie gun challenge, coming in at a total of $0. There you go. There's my little zombie gun. And this little holster right here was a larger revolver holster, an Allen, a cheap little Allen that I think I paid $15 for years and years and years ago. And I just chopped it up. I cut out a section here for the red dot. I cut the tip off here and then placed it here to be the trigger guard. And then I just drilled some holes there and there. And can't really see it, but there and there. And I used just a little quick strap to run through there to hold it on, and it works absolutely perfectly to hold the gun. Look at that. So in the zombie apocalypse, you got your rifle, your good to go rifle, right? You got this thing ready to go with big M7 bayonet on the end, big powerful round. But if the zombies get a little too close, you got this thing on your hip right there ready to go. You get 6 rounds to shoot off at them, kick them in the head, get 6 of them down, and then when the other ones get too close, you just jab them. Just jab them. Like that. So anyway, there's my second $300 zombie gun challenge because I got really, really, really lucky and got a free little gun. And it's not worth a lot of money or anything, but still pretty cool. Still pretty fun to do a little build like this. So there you go. There's my my second $300 zombie gun challenge video. Hope you enjoyed it. Got any questions, anything like that, leave them down below. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.